to Brilla FM, Bonanza, Judas in God. And he went to church and did a Thanksgiving service for Chelsea, winning the UEFA Champions League title. That was in 2012. The first time I saw Chelsea fans dressing a cow, painting it in blue and writing Chelsea on it was in 2008 when they were to play that final against Manchester United. Of course, it ended in heartbreak, John Terry missing that penalty, and I don't know what happened to the cow eventually, whether they slaughtered it or not, but that was just absolutely wasted. But subsequently, they have been painting their cows and goats in blue. I recall when I was in AIT 2012, Benga Ruleba, I'm sure many of you know him, the hugely popular presenter of political shows, now does Jigsaw, used to be Focus Nigeria. And when Chelsea won the Champions League title in 2012, the next day he came to the office and there was a huge ram, very massive ram that was slaughtered, and then we had a barbecue and everybody celebrated with them, enjoying that meat. And even here in Benin City, I saw pictures, videos of guys going to church to do Thanksgiving. So, Chelsea fans, you can call in later and tell us how you celebrated your victory yesterday. But looking at what's happening in the world of football, we told you in the morning that Copa America, they've got no host, but now we hear that Brazil is going to be hosting the Copa America. That is the football competition for the South American nations. So we see what will happen with that competition. But what is breaking right now is that Brazil have got the hosting right after Argentina was stripped of the right to host that tournament, and then Colombia were also stripped following protests in their country. Zinedine Zidane has written to explain to them why he left. According to him, the club no longer had faith in him, and so that's why he decided that it was enough, he had to go. For Sergio Kun Aguero, Barcelona have announced that they have signed him. So we knew for quite some time that he was going to join Barcelona. Now we can confirm to you that he will be a Barca player next season. But will Lionel Messi still be with them next season? We don't know yet. It was looking like he was going to leave last season, but I recall being very skeptical about it because I was wondering where was he going to go. Is it Paris Saint-Germain? You know, with Kylian Mbappe and Neymar already there. And but of course, you know, Lionel Messi will absolutely strengthen any team that he joins. But it didn't work out last season. Now he will be out of contract, so he can actually legally leave Barcelona if he wants. We'll see what happens. Good evening. Welcome to Balls of Fire. It is live on 92.7 KUFM Benin City. Balls of Fire, of course, is our football only show, and it comes up every Monday at 4 p.m. My name is Saliu Ibrahim, but they call me the Sports Ibracadabra because I bring magic to sports presentation and analysis. Agosa Egbekan, the Sports Maestro, is also here. Agosa, welcome to the show. Let's begin with the South American Cup of Nations. We hear that the 2021 Copa America will be hosted by Brazil following what happened earlier when they said Argentina has been stripped of the rights to host the tournament. Well, no stadium has been announced yet for the tournament in Brazil, and we know that the Brazilians are the defending champions, and maybe we shouldn't be surprised that Brazil is the one that has got the right. Brazil is a supermassive country, the biggest country in South America, and a couple of years ago, 2014, they hosted the World Cup, so the facilities are there. They hosted the Rio Olympics in 2016, so we know that it is a country that has got all the facilities. So maybe they didn't need to, because in the morning we were talking about, okay, so where are they? Because you need all these facilities to be in tip-top shape before you can host a competition like this. Normally there are supposed to be inspections, at different times before the football governing body can say, okay, in this case, CONMEBOL, before they will say you are ready to host the competition. But with Brazil, I'm guessing because they hosted the World Cup in 2014 and they hosted that was the city, Rio Rio de Janeiro, hosting the 2016 Olympic Games. Well, we know that Brazil have got the facilities to host a competition like the Copa America.
Yeah, good one that there's a host right now, because you cannot be hosting a tournament like the Copa America.
It is spiking in Brazil, in India. I think they are, when you look at current trends, those two countries seem to be really badly hit at the moment. So if they are saying that they're going to host the Copa America,
I'm sure they're going to check out how they're going to ensure that
maybe it's going to be restricted. It's going to be behind closed doors and all of that.
Yeah, and also if they are to have fans, you have to come with your certificate of test that will suggest, okay, you are good enough to come inside the stadium, and also get to reduce the number of fans. It could be, for instance, a stadium that has 50,000 capacity, 1/3 could be allowed to come in because of the social distancing and all that. But all the same, I think it's good that we are now heading in the right direction. There is a host right now, but all that is left right now is how Brazil will manage the pandemic, how they are going to ensure that there is a successful Copa America without so much issues. So for me, I think this is good news, and let's see how they'll take it from here. They are a fantastic nation, no doubt. But this one that they are defending champions and they are hosting, come on, would they allow the Copa America to leave Brazil to other country? But it's possible. It's still not possible for them to also host and win, because they hosted the World Cup before, but they couldn't win the World Cup. So that is one thing about sports. It is really, really interesting. So this time around, we are having all the big, the top shots right there going to the Copa America. So let's see how it's going to pan out. But all the same, my happiness is that there is a host right now. So from now, we can get more updates as far as the Copa America is concerned.
All right, looking forward to Copa America. It's starting on the 13th of June. Yeah, so we'll see what about that. Will mean that we'll have two continental competitions taking place simultaneously, because the Euros is going to start on the 11th of June. We'll have Copa America starting on the 13th of June. So many of us are sad that the football season has ended. Well, we've got the Nigerian Professional Football League still on, and the Nigerian National League they're still on, so we can get to enjoy our local football. But then there is the Euros coming up, starting on the 11th of June, and then Copa America starting on the 13th of June. So we'll see what happens. These players are they also play for some of the clubs that people in Nigeria support. So you get to still see your superstars in action. And one of the superstars that we saw last season, in fact, won the English Premier League title with Manchester City. It wasn't the fairy tale departure that he was hoping for on Saturday, because they were beaten by Chelsea 1-0. He didn't start that game, came in later, and some people have questioned Pep Guardiola's tactics on that day, not starting a striker. But I mean, if you've won as many titles as Pep Guardiola has, and you've won it in the manner that he has done, setting records in the process, I don't think whatever you do in football should be questioned for too long. So even if he didn't start a striker, he's used that tactics in many matches and has won games. So not starting Sergio Kun Aguero, maybe it was just not their day to win the title. But Sergio Kun Aguero, who left Manchester City in tears, it has now been announced that he will be joining Barcelona. We knew for some time that he was going to the La Liga, and Barcelona was the likely destination. Clubs like Chelsea were also rumored to be interested and all of that. But now we're hearing that he's got a 2-year deal at Barcelona. And the question would be, well, if he's going to Barcelona and he's signing a 2-year deal, does that mean that Lionel Messi is staying at Barcelona? But let's focus on Sergio Kun Aguero at Barca.
Well, I'm sure he's going to have a successful season at Barca. 2 seasons he has signed for. I'm looking at his age. He's 32. He could still play up to 38. It all depends on how he's able to carry his body as far as football is concerned, because it's not really easy. But for me, for Messi, the president, Joan Laporta, said that they are offering him a proposal, trying to give him a new contract, but there are other things that are left for the contract to come to light. But for Messi, he has not made any statement. We know how he reacted last time when they asked the potential buyers to come and pay the 700 was it not 700 million euro release clause on his contract, of which we know how that played out. Even the issue of Luis Suarez, the way he left and all that. So I don't know if Messi will put all this behind him, but at some point he said the highlight of this season is the Copa del Rey win. But right now I don't know, because they're also trying to get some new players to strengthen Barcelona. But I'm sure Sergio Kun Aguero, yes, playing as a top 9 for them is going to give them something really good. Yes, it's a player that can give you 30, 25 goals. It all depends on how the season pans out. But right now, if Messi decide to stay back, I'm sure they are going to win more titles together. But if Messi leaves, then they should get a player, if not closer to Messi, but a player that could also do something great, that could bring something out of nothing, a creative midfielder that will ensure that the balls, gets to the strikers on time and and in very good position so that they can score goals. But if not, well, it's going to be really difficult. Honestly, you can't get a player like Messi, but you can get a player.
Sergio Kun Aguero is leaving Manchester City after 10 years, and as I mentioned, his last game was the 1-0 defeat against Chelsea. He scored 260 goals in 390 appearances for Manchester City, and he became the player with the most goals for a single club at in the history of the English Premier League. And he achieved that at Manchester City when he came off the bench to score 2 goals in their last match of the season against Everton. And for last season, Lionel Messi, whom we will say by his astronomical standards, had a poor season, but he scored 38 goals. Lionel Messi not having a good season, but he scored 38 goals in competition for Barcelona. The next player to him was Antoine Griezmann, who got 20 goals, and then we had Ousmane Dembele with 11 goals. So Sergio Kun Aguero, it's going to come in and try to at least maybe even outscore Messi, because he is an out-and-out striker. Messi, despite the number of goals he scores, he's not an out-and-out striker, same as Cristiano Ronaldo. These guys are not number 9s in the proper sense of the word. When you were talking of a number 9, we're talking of somebody like Robert Lewandowski, those kind of players. Erling Braut Haaland, those are the guys that we're talking about. But Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, these guys have just revolutionized the art of goal scoring, even if they are not out-and-out strikers. So Sergio Kun Aguero, Barcelona, they have put a release clause on him, and the release clause is what? 100 million euros. Yeah, even at 32. He's got a release clause of 100 million euros. So if maybe after one season or after a couple of months, people feel, he's not having a good time, want to buy him, you need to pay 100 million euros to get Sergio Kun Aguero.
Yeah, I think it's good. The only way you can do that is for you to scare away potential buyers. Maybe after one season, if they feel, he's not, he does not have a release clause, then they can negotiate. But right now, with a release clause of 100 million euros, yes, if you want to talk to Aguero, then you have to meet the clause. But then I think that's just one thing for Barca to scare away those that was looking for, that will try to sign Aguero after one season with the Blaugrana. But all the same, I think it's good, because that's the way to go. If you get a superstar, what to do is to put a release clause that will ensure that, yes, whoever wants to get the player after one season will have to break the bank. So from now, I don't think anybody will have to look at Sergio Kun Aguero, by tabling the 100 million euros. So
they got him for free. They want to sell him for 100 million.
It's business.
Fantastic
it's business.
Yeah, but it hasn't been really successful. A couple of deals that they've done. Ousmane Dembele is one. Then we've got Antoine Griezmann too. They paid through their noses to get these players, but they have not exactly lit up the Camp Nou. They still largely depend on Lionel Messi, and as we said, even though Lionel Messi, you feel, well, he didn't have those kind of seasons that he had 3, 4, 5 seasons ago, but he still scored 38 goals, which is super impressive. Some players in their entire career never score 38 goals in a season. I mean, if you do that, it is going to be seen as a very productive season for you. But for a player like Lionel Messi, it's just so-so, and that's a measure of the greatness of La Puga Atomica, the Argentine wizard. All right, guys, we're going on a short break. We'll be right back. And when we return from Barcelona, we'll be talking about Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane, of course, has left them, and we'll hear why he did that. He has explained to the fans. Stay tuned.
Oh yes, Nasco quality cornflakes are so full of nourishing goodness because they are whole-flaked cornflakes. Whole-flaked cornflakes are made by a natural flaking process that retains all the natural goodness of the whole corn for whole nutrition, whole taste, and whole crunchiness for the whole family. So next time you're eating cornflakes, make sure it's whole-flaked Nasco corn. Nourishing goodness anytime.
Place in Brighton, make everybody they wonder. Waiting because of the shine. Lush hair, lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair, lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush, yeah. I wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush, yeah, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush, yeah, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up. For the champions, stand up.
Standing up for the champions of Europe, Chelsea. Well, the Blues from London able to beat Manchester City 1-0 on Saturday in Portugal to emerge the UEFA Champions League kings for the second time in their history. First time was in 2012. And, you know, somebody, while everybody was talking, you know, Manchester City was going to win, Chelsea was going to win. Somebody said, well, English clubs do not get to win the Champions League at their first attempt. And he even said, look, even Chelsea, when they got there the first time, played against Manchester United, they were beaten on penalties, you know, so that it's not easy for Manchester City to win it. But looking at the pedigree of Manchester City, the quality of the team and all that, well, you've got to say they were the favorites going into that encounter, but Chelsea is still able to win that. But I'm talking about a manager who absolutely knows how to win the UEFA Champions League title. Well, since he became the UEFA Champions League, he is the only manager to have won it 3 times consecutively. We're talking about Zinedine Zidane. Also won this trophy as a player in 2002 with Real Madrid. I think he got to the final twice with Juventus, but they were beaten, won by Real Madrid. That was in 1998. Yeah, I recall Predrag Mijatovic scoring that goal. And then in 1997, Dortmund. I think Dortmund beat Juventus 2-1 in that. 3-1 in that final, because last weekend was 18 years old at that time, and he was in fact writing exams. He had papers the next day, so he came off the bench and scored the third goal in that match as Borussia Dortmund beat Juventus 3-1 to win the UEFA Champions League title. And what a fairy tale for the young man. Got the winning goal. Well, not the winning goal exactly, because it was 2-1 as at the time he came, but Juventus were present and it was looking like they were going to get the equalizer. But he just came, got the goal. It was even with his first touch of the game, and he just got the goal. And the next day he went to write his exams, and the exams was like secondary school exams here in what he did then. Anyway, we're talking about Zinedine Zidane, who after those disappointments when he was at Juventus went to Real Madrid and won the the UEFA Champions League title with them. And look, if you are really going to properly analyze it, you say Zinedine Zidane has won the UEFA Champions League 5 times. One as a footballer, as a player, right there on the pitch. The second time, when they won the La Decima, he was the assistant coach to Carlo Ancelotti. And then on his own, after leaving Ancelotti, he won the title 3 times consecutively. And for somebody like that, well, the last time he won the UEFA Champions League title, he left. He left, and Cristiano Ronaldo also left. And we say, wow, they're living in a blaze of glory and all of that. But a couple of months later, Zinedine Zidane was back, and then he helped them to win the La Liga title. And this season, well, he started not particularly brightly and all of that, but there were times when he had a very good opportunity of winning the league. If he had just been able to win one more game, he would have been champion, because he was just 1 point behind Atletico Madrid. But there were some games that you thought he should have won. Well, this will say the same thing of Barcelona. We'll say the same thing of Atletico Madrid themselves, because at one point Atletico Madrid were like, I think it almost got to double figures.
11 points.
11 points are clear of their opposition, but somehow they messed up, and Barcelona and Real Madrid caught up with them, and eventually they just finished with just 1 point above Real Madrid, and we didn't even know who would be champions until the final day of the season. And at one time, both of them were losing before they came back into the game and got goals. But Zinedine Zidane, he has since left, and after he initially denied that he never told his players that he was leaving. Well, at that time he had not, but now he has actually done. So he has written to the fans of Real Madrid, and he has explained to them that he resigned as manager because he felt the club no longer had faith in him. So he said that he explained his medium and long-term plans to the club, but they did not give him the support. So he said, I'm going, but I'm not jumping overboard, nor am I tired of coaching. I am leaving because I felt the club no longer has faith in me. I need nor the support to build something in the medium or long term. I understand football, and I know the demands of a club like Real Madrid. I know when you don't win, you have to go. I am a natural born winner, and I was here to win trophies. But even more important than this are the people, their feelings, and life itself. And I have the sensation that these things have not been taken into account. There has been a failure to understand that these things also keep the dynamics of a great club going. To some extent, I have even been rebuked for it. So Zidane doesn't talk much, but I think he's really not happy, and that's why he had to explain. This is an open letter to the fans. He's trying to tell them that, look, I didn't want to leave, but these were the facts of the matter. And even midway during in the season, we even heard that Zinedine Zidane was going to be fired at the end of the season, whether he won the La Liga title or not, whether he wins the UEFA Champions League title or not. And, it's not something that should surprise anyone. Vicente Del Bosque won the UEFA Champions League title for Real Madrid in 2002, and he was fired. So with Real Madrid, you're never sure. You could win the greatest title 1 minute, and the next minute you are out of the window.
Well, I think as a former player and a coach, I think it's good for him to express his feelings to the club. But I think for me, when it comes to developing young stars, especially from the Castilla to the main team, I think Zidane, to me, has failed in that direction, because one would expect younger players to progress. And from what we are hearing, it might be Raul Gonzalez, who is in charge of the Castilla, that could be given the coaching job. But there are other people who are being linked to the job. But all the same, I think Zidane, he lost it even before the season ended, and especially when he lost to some struggling clubs like I think Elche, and also there is one club that beats both Cadiz. They beat both Barca and Real Madrid. Then we wonder these are clubs that just came back from just gain promotion and their first season in the top flight. Yes, I know they want to impress, but not with a club like Barca or like Real Madrid, where Zidane is the manager. I understand. Yes, he must have told his players what to do. You don't expect the manager to go onto the pitch to play the ball himself, but sometimes it doesn't work that way, especially when those teams are struggling to ensure that they remain in the top flight. They can throw everything at you, and ensure that you don't get to play your normal football. But all the same, I think he has done well. Yeah, he has done well. For him to have resigned and for him to have written out this open letter, I think this is the best he could do. Yes, he's got he's really tied to Real Madrid, whether you like it or not, and he could also return to Real Madrid either as a coach or in other capacity, maybe as time goes on. But the same, you cannot talk about Real Madrid, their successes, without mentioning Zinedine Zidane. So
yeah, once Zinedine Zidane came, he was given the number 5 jersey, and that number 5 is really significant in the history of Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They won the UEFA Champions League title 5 times consecutively, from the first time that it was established in 1955. They won it 5 times consecutively. So they gave that's why Zinedine Zidane wore that jersey number 5 at Real Madrid. And who will forget that amazing goal he scored? I think it was against Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
In 2002 at Hampden Park in Scotland. That volley was just absolutely out of this world, and that was how he was able to win that title for Real Madrid. Okay, guys, let's come home now and tell you what's going on in the Nigerian National League. Well, this is what's happening. Having considered series of complaints from NNL football clubs on movement of players and match officials, the NNL has resolved to place the midweek matches, including Ekiti United versus Osun United match, on hold. The postponement cuts across the northern and southern conferences. Kindly be informed that the matches shall be rescheduled to a later date. This signed by the Chief Operating Officer, Nigerian National League, Emmanuel Adesonya. He says that all weekend matches shall hold as scheduled. Okay, so they are just trying to put some things in order in the NNL. That's where our dear Bendel Insurance play. Okay, so matches are on hold for now, but they said by the weekend the matches are going to resume. All right, and we also hear that Thierry Henry is returning to the Belgian side ahead of the Euro 2020.
Yeah, nice one.
He was the assistant manager there. Yeah, and he's going to return.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
He's really assistant to Roberto Martinez.
Good one for him. I wish them all the best as they go into the Euros.
All right, guys, time for you to join us on the show. Call us on 070-626-39275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. I'm guessing this will be a Chelsea fan and it will be Danjuma. Hello.
You are very correct.
I knew it. Danjuma,
welcome back.
Thank you, Danjuma. Welcome.
God bless you guys. First of all, my gentle and the automaticity, you don't know best. Yeah. The best thing.
Gentle not even make mouth. Gentle know. I know here gentle they talk say Man City go beat and Chelsea, nothing Chelsea go do.
He talk, he say that day we go meet the time because they refer to wetin Madrid don come talk.
Yeah, but you know, be like nothing Chelsea go do. Man City must beat them. Some of them now wetin they talk be that.
Yeah, congratulations to Chelsea. You know, when Man U lose that Europa, Man U fan they come go do fasting and prayer. Me and Chelsea too lose. So God go up and God just win the cup in the game side. So congratulations to Chelsea all over the world. So now we the rain now, so that to celebrate. Congratulations to Chelsea fans, Jose Mourinho, Madrid.com, and Thomas Yamo.
Endurance.
Maracana, Madrid.com, and this guy, what do you call it? God will be with them and all these people, so congratulations to them. So,
All right.
I'm going to look for World Best or Ballon d'Or.
Okay. Thank you, Danjuma. Hello.
Oh, guy Ibrahim, good evening. Welcome.
Madrid on land. Welcome.
Oh, it's small. Welcome. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, this is Guy Rosa, and many thanks to him for a job well done. I'd like to say big congratulations to the Chelsea community, and particularly I will call Gentle. When he said the rumors, he was putting his back on Man City, was resting on Man City. If I was going to ask him, who is Man City in the Champions League? That's what I wanted to ask him. It is that I don't have pedigree. So I knew that, although the history which is almost becoming a mainstay now, that any English team that gets to the final does not win it for the first time. That was there. But I saw that Pep Guardiola's team was not too good. PSG didn't know what they were doing. PSG was supposed to do in the final. Kylian Mbappe let them down. And I don't know, maybe that some of those thoughts was from Mauricio Pochettino. So, Thomas Tuchel understood this Pep Guardiola. Because a lot of them believe that meant to play it. Most of them just feel that Pep Guardiola has got this. Pep Guardiola is not God in football. Yes, we should recognize that. And Pep Guardiola has just one playing philosophy. The moment you are able to clip in, that is the end. That happened in those two first matches that were played. Now, anybody take note of that. And this, another thing is that Pep Guardiola does not have the defensive tactics. He doesn't know how to defend. This tactics which Chelsea played, we were taught by Arsenal. And it worked out. So, Real Madrid was not in this final. Chelsea was, before we got to this final, we had already checked it, and we saw that people were rejoicing in the other world. Was Chelsea fans. We didn't see much people fans rejoicing. So we knew it was not going to go anyway that they would be Chelsea. We saw that was very clear. And that's the reason why I told a lot of persons who kept to listen that it's a Chelsea final. Chelsea will win. No two ways about it. Because this is a team.
There you go. You are sounding like those who said Man City will win. No two ways about it. You guys should.
No. I just from the other side, we saw it. Chelsea fans were jubilating. From the mental, they were jubilating. A lot of people will not believe what I'm saying now. They were jubilating, dancing around. So we didn't see Man City fans jubilating. So we knew that it was going to be. And let me say this, guys, what is the Pep Guardiola? I don't understand what it is. Yes, I've won 2 leagues back to back and all that. If you ask me, I've not done too well for Man City. Because a coach took them to the semi-final. They wanted him to win this Champions League. That is the reason why they brought him down.
Let's not.
No. What I'm saying, other than hear me out. You are not getting what I'm trying to.
I know what you're saying, but you said he has not done much for Man City. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not going to be a fair assessment. This guy won the English Premier League titles 3 times. And on two of those occasions, he did it with record margins. Yes.
Outstanding point margin.
Yes. 97 points. That's the highest. The previous 98 points. The previous highest before that was the 100 points that he got in the previous season. Before that, it was Jose Mourinho's Chelsea. 95 points in 2005. You know how long it took to break that record. So for a manager who won the English Premier League title with 100 points, set the record number of wins in a season. I mean, no matter how you analyze it, you cannot say he has not done.
My position is that in all this you are talking about, you know what amount of money was spent. We're not talking about
which club. Is there any club in the world that doesn't spend money?
No, I didn't just spend money. Humongous amounts.
Yeah.
Humongous amounts.
Humongous. Chelsea spent peanuts. They didn't spend humongous amounts of money.
Okay, Brian. Thomas Tuchel just came.
But Frank Lampard, that he even praised, even after winning the Champions League title, because he understands the tremendous amount of work that Frank Lampard did. Frank Lampard spent the money. Chelsea spent money. The man that won the title for them, that got the goal, Kai Havertz, they bought him for over £70 million. He's the other signing.
These are not the players of Thomas Tuchel. That's what I'm saying. They
are not his players, but he used them to win the Champions League.
Good or bad.
Madrid don't come. It's okay. Let us talk to other people. I know this is for Chelsea fans, but let's talk to others. Hello.
I said they are the one going to stop themselves. If Madrid didn't stop them, it's only Chelsea will stop themselves, or else the cup is for them. Then I congratulate them and I thank them for making sure that London did not go empty-handed 2020-2021. We're able to carry United in London we stand. So we support them, we thank them because they deserve it and they played well ever since. So when a man cannot do something and you see another man doing that which cannot do, you congratulate that man. We Arsenals, we don't know how to win European Cup. So if Chelsea keep winning, we need to congratulate them. But if only we will get somebody like Abramovich to buy Arsenal as a personal owner, as a personal property, I know that the sky will be our limit. I congratulate them. They have every reason to brag. They have every reason to jubilate. But let their jubilation reach us now. When they are sharing something, let it reach us. If it's a one carton, let the, if they are sharing money or dollars. Because if it is Arsenal, we will share. So I thought that that night, I was congratulating you. So that is it. They have every reason to jubilate. I congratulate them.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Gregonas. I want to hear from those Chelsea fans, the ones that had a Thanksgiving service in church yesterday. Please call. I want to know how you guys organized that and how you celebrated Chelsea's victory. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Okay, Agosa.
Agosa, they hear you, but it's not here at the moment. Welcome.
Yeah, somebody said he was going to shoot KFM.
I was asking Agosa, we need to find that guy and he needs to come and redeem his pledge. He said he will strip KFM for a month, so we need to know the person. Agosa, who was that guy? What's his name? That said he was going to strip KFM for a month.
The guy called in from Upper. I've forgotten his name, honestly. I did not write his name down.
I heard him. He said I was just laughing. This one never learned from Masawa's experience.
I knew he was just joking.
No, it's not a joke. He's lucky that I didn't get him. I would have. We will go pick him up because strip KFM for a month.
Yeah, we'll look for that guy. Seriously.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, my dear. It's Eddie, your regular caller.
Okay.
You know what? Football. People should understand what's called football. How can Madrid don't come say that Guardiola have not done anything for Chelsea?
You said he didn't say he has not done anything. He said he has not done much.
Yeah, he said he has not done much. You know, you don't criticize people like that. Football is give and take. It can be your day anytime. I remember the match we played against Brazil, 1996. This
Atlanta 96 Olympics.
Yes, Olympic. You know when they were leading 3-1, the player told the coach that among the whole team, he feared Nigeria. He said, "Oh no," he said, "You have think about Nigeria. That no, nothing there." He told him, he said he feared Nigeria. And when they were leading 3-1, he sent Babeto and two other players waiting for final. What happened? When they came in, the match changed. That's football for you. So you can't blame this man. The only tactics he used is that he didn't take off the midfield very, very well. That is what John make him feel. It's unfortunate. I congratulate Chelsea fans and Chelsea organization for all they have done. Thank you for the good job you have been doing. Welcome back to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, this is David, calling from Upper Ekoma, Chelsea fan.
Good to have you.
Yeah, I want to send a very big congratulations to all Chelsea fans worldwide, especially our legend Frank Lampard for making the right decision, for starting very well, for selecting the right players for Chelsea. People said that we bought Indomie players, we bought spaghetti players. The Indomie and spaghetti players are now giving us Champions League. Thank God for that. So that day it was not easy. I was very happy. I was listening to people calling, saying, giving it all to Man City, that Man City is going to destroy Chelsea because they scored 5 goals in their last match against Everton, not knowing that that was their last goal scoring machine that they are going to score. So I was really happy that Stewart was able to pocket Mahrez and James was able to pocket Sterling, and the worldwide Brigadier General was able to control the midfield. Everybody was wonderful. Imagine the tactics of the coach. And I want to send another warning to the other teams in Premier League and Europe. I saw the owner of Chelsea discussing with the coach. I know that he's going to release. He's not a stingy man. He's going to release much for Chelsea to buy, and he's going to buy again. So we are coming up again next season. Once again, welcome, Oga Ibrahim. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello.
Hello, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, Jose, great to have you.
Blue is the color. Chelsea is the team. Blue is the color. Chelsea is the team. Blue is the color. Champions League has come. We are very happy to say we are champs. I'm very happy, man. I'm very happy.
I hope you have no plans to switch professions. So I hope you do not plan to become a musician anytime soon.
We did it. We did it. I want to compliment to everybody. The backroom staff, the physio, the doctor, the fans, everybody. We did it. Even the academy players. We did it. We went so far to get here. We are very happy. I'm very, 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 very glad. I'm short of words. I couldn't call on Saturday. I was too weak because in 2-3 hours time the match will start. I don't want to say something that people will be calling me out after losing. So I knew when I didn't see Fernandinho starting, I knew something was going to go wrong. I don't know why Guardiola did that. I should give him respect. You know, it's a game. I cannot say he has not done well for Man City. He's a great coach, but we beat him. I'm very, very happy. I told you last week that N'Golo Kante will make a difference. He's going to have a good game. He will make a difference, and he did. For me, he should be nominated for Ballon d'Or. I stand to be challenged. So we are the champs. Everybody should be quiet now. I command every other team fan to join us as friends. Don't say a word. Just come and celebrate with us. We are the champs of Europe right now. I want to talk about Zidane leaving Madrid, my other team. You know, he has done well. He has brought Madrid as far as he could. So we still respect him. As for Aguero, putting 100 million at that age, he's a great player. He's just an investment. The signing was a business deal. Once again, let's come back home. We did it in Portugal. We are the champs. Not in 1 year, next final. We are the champs. Everybody should be quiet. They should only come and drink with us and say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
You should be magnanimous in victory. Hello.
Hello, my children.
Welcome, sir.
First of all, we need to welcome you back to your seat. And I wish you success for your examination.
Thank you, sir.
It's a part of life. You must continue to learn. Yes. When the season closed, I called the other fighter, Musa, and the other child. I think the whole season has closed now. No more league will say, yes, I said, okay, we will celebrate this at our own level. And then we are still waiting for our big man. So, congratulations for Chelsea winning the Premier League championship. because I told my children I was going to take side with them. Hello?
We can hear you, sir.
I told my children I was going to take side with them because if you don't take side with a joy, I want to support A. You will not enjoy the championship. So I took sides and eventually they did not disappoint. So congratulations to all Chelsea fans, the KUFM. Congratulations to Chelsea fans all over the world. Then my children, I promised them that on Sunday we're going to do small get together to make sure that I celebrate it for them. So congratulations to everybody. Your record. I'm going to Madrid. I don't think the friends or the brother want to leave that place again. You know, they are from the same country. Messi. Messi might want to stay there. Except if Guardiola want to get changed. But I don't see any club now that he might be interested in. It's my opinion anyway. God bless you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, let's look at the text messages now. I'm sorry, guys, I can see the call still coming through, but at least let us also give an opportunity to those who do not call, those who text. Let's hear what they've got to say. This one says, it's clear that it wasn't Pep's day. Maybe next season will be for him. Arsenal will rise again. Welcome, Oga of Sports Ibra from Godwin Ibohai. Okay, thank you, Godwin Ibohai. Good evening, KUFM. My name is STY from Benin. I thank God those people that are condemning Chelsea failed. Okay. Good evening, sports generals. I'm very happy to be a Chelsea fan. We shut the mouth of our critics. Thanks to Kai Harvest and Co. Chelsea local prophet from GRA. Okay. Oga Ibrahim, welcome back. God bless you all from Ibuku. Good evening, great man in the studio. Congratulations to all Chelsea fans worldwide. Please play me Blue is the color, because it's our day. Okay, Ibuku, sorry, I don't think we'll have time to play that anthem. This one says, the last time Gareth Bale scored a hat-trick for Tottenham was in 2012. That year, Chelsea won the Champions League. But recently, he scored another hat-trick in Tottenham's win over Sheffield United. The last time Chelsea sacked the young manager, mid-season 2012, recently, when the Blues were at mutable, Frank Lampard was sacked and they hired Thomas Tuchel. Last time Liverpool lost back-to-back home games was in 2012. Last time they drew 0-0 at home versus Spurs was in 2012. Man City won the league, and it was a race between City and United. Antonio Conte, okay, all these coincidence, it happened in 2012. But in 2012, Chelsea won the FA Cup, but they didn't win it this time. So it could have flipped. It could have been that Chelsea did not win the Champions League this time too. Good evening, Sports Magnets. Great job by Mr. Agusa, and welcome back, Ibra. Congratulobia to he wrote CIN. To all Chelsea fans who are your seventh brother. Why will Man City and PSG win the Champions League? Well, they will win it one day. That's how Chelsea too. It took them time. They were trying to win it before they eventually got to. I was trying to hear Madrid don't come say that about Pep just because he lost the finals. No, he's been saying he's not been super impressed by Pep. It's his opinion. I don't personally agree with it, but it's his opinion. He is saying that because Pep was brought in, he feels that Pep was brought in to win the Champions League. Since Pep has failed, then he hasn't really done much better than other Man City managers who have come in there and they've won the league. It's like saying, well, if you win the league at Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain, well, you are expected to win the league, or Juventus, you are expected to win. But we've seen now that when they brought in Pirlo, it's not everybody that just bring in and win the league. Okay, went on to say football isn't analyzed that way. Congrats, Chelsea. Insurance from Benin. Good evening, Mr. Ibrahim. Welcome back. Good evening, Mr. Egosa. It's Jude from AI. Congrats to Chelsea. They have disappointed me. Please tell me transfer news of Manchester United and Bayern. I wish David Alaba the best. He will always be a Bavarian, a Red Devil and Bavarian for life. Okay, Manchester United. I think we have anything concrete at the moment. Good evening, KFM. My name is Owen. Congratulations to the new champions. Have been hearing some rumors that Man City is going for Leo Messi. Is it true? Well, Barcelona have now signed Sergio Kun Aguero. Will that mean that Messi will head the other way? We don't know. Got to wait and see. Good evening, my people. I was amazed by the way N'Golo Kante played in that final. Mr. Ibrahim, are you sure that Kante is not a Nigerian? I know he's a Malian. Congratulations to Chelsea Football Club. Anyways, and to our brother N'Golo Kante, I'm a cop. Just wanted to congratulate them. Okay, Prince VIP from St. Louis. Okay, thank you. Means he's a Liverpool fan. Copite. Good evening, sports crew. Congrats to Chelsea. Pep's selection for the final is wrong. No striker, defensive midfielder. Then starting Sterling ahead of Aguero. Well, I think he's getting some serious flack for starting, especially Raheem Sterling, who heading into that final wasn't in particularly great form. So many text messages. I'm sorry, we will not be able to take all of them. But let's see. This one says, good PM sports crew. Chelsea UEFA Champions League victory made our colleagues in Manchester sleep without disturbance and noise from our neighbors. DK the Prince from Upper Sakomba. Okay. Let's see. This one says having beaten Man City twice, I thought the third time was practically impossible. Kudos to the coach, he knows his onions. Even when Thiago Silva was injured and left unexpectedly, the coach knew what to do and was not discouraged. Even if Chelsea had not won the trophy, I would still have applauded them for their resilience, courage, and their pattern of play. For me, playing at the finals alone meant more than the trophy. Bravo. Okay, this is from Emmanuel. That's his message. All right, guys, thank you. Oh my God, the 3 lines blinking, but I'm sorry, I apologize, guys. Maybe it's Chelsea fans who are disturbing the whole world. You guys are polluted.
Let them disturb the world.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow morning on Sport Fiesta. This time we'll be doing all sports, not just football. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for staying tuned to 90.7 KFM Benin City. But please continue staying tuned because up next is KU News Break. Bye-bye.
Nothing less